Hey guys, what I would like to do in this video is talk about third-party batteries, non-official batteries, the ones that are nearly always much cheaper. Now I'll say up front, this is not the most exciting, most interesting subject out there, but I think it is important whenever you buy a camera, whether it be one with a interchangeable lens, a compact camera, or if you're one of the many people who buys an action camera, then there will come a point where you have to buy another battery, and that is when you start looking at the prices and you realize that the official battery is normally about 3 times as expensive as the third-party equivalent. It will depend on the brand. So the question is, should you be using these non-official batteries? Should you be doing it? I think the answer is it depends. Now, obviously, the third-party battery issue, you could draw the same conclusions for laptops and different things, but certainly within the camera world, there's a lot of alternatives out there when you are looking to buy a battery. Now, if you go for the official battery is normally the best one to get. In fact, I will say, 99 times out of 100, it is the best one to buy. It's the most reliable. It's the one that has the best battery life. It's the one that will probably last you the longest. It is worth noting as well that you can buy third-party batteries that say that they have larger capacities, and you can see that here, 1400 milliamp, 875 milliamp, exact same size. Which one is lying? This is the thing, you see a lot of these third-party companies and they will say that it has a larger capacity, but when you actually use them, well, it's a different story altogether. Now, what I will say is, I buy third-party batteries, but I would say that it's hit and miss. It is hit and miss. Sometimes you're better buying the official battery. Sometimes you can save yourself a lot of money by going third-party. The camera that I'm recording with right now, the Sony RX10, it uses this style of battery. And these are the third-party ones. Now, what I will say is that normally what you get officially is you get a charger like that, and then it's like an actual wall adapter that's plugged into it. I quite like the USB ones. I like the ones that you can charge with USB, and that's something that third-party companies give you. In this case, with RAV Power, for this, I got 2 batteries. I got the charging cable here, the charging box, sorry, and this has turned out to be one of the best buys I've made. These batteries are excellent. Just about as good as the official battery. I got 2, and I got the charging unit for the price of what one official Sony battery would have cost. So these turned out to be a fantastic buy. These I can recommend. Now, I'm not trying to talk about specific brands per se. I'm just trying to, kind of generalize a little bit. With my Canon M50, it is a different story. So you can see this one here, the newer, and if I can get this in, charge it up. So I like these kind of smaller, more portable charging units. It's a great way to charge up your batteries, but there is some problems with these, and I've run into a lot of problems with this with my Canon M50. If I put in the official battery, and part of this problem is related to the camera itself, with the battery here, if I can get it loaded up, I'll get that on. That's the last video. So with this battery here, you can see the battery life up there. There's a 30-minute limit, and you've got the full battery. Now, one of the problems that I've got with the Canon M50 is that the official battery, you're talking 30 to 60 minutes of battery life, dependent, on the situation, what you're recording, etc. You can just see it there, it just dropped down to 2. The problem that I've got with the official battery in the Canon M50 is that you're at 3 bars, and then it will go down to 2. But once it goes down to 2 batteries, you are minutes away from it just going zoom, and it goes out. That was my battery draining noise there, zoom. This is the problem that I've got with this particular camera, is that it will go from 3 batteries in the indicator for a long time. It goes down to 2, and at that point you've probably got like 5 minutes or so, and then it just goes out. It never goes to 1, or if it does, it's like just for a second or something. It's not like it's there for a long time. So it goes 3 for like 80% of the time, then it goes 2, and then it goes dead. Most of the time I don't even notice it going down to one little indicator because it just goes dead. Now that is a problem with this camera. I'm not sure why it does it, but if you put in one of these third-party batteries, and these things, I think, if I recall correctly, are about a third of the cost of the real one, hence why many people like myself bought them, because you thought, you know, you'd be going through them. You can see this one is fully charged. Now the problem with this third-party battery is that this problem of the indicator is much, much worse. This one will be 3 bars, 3 bars, 3 bars, and then it just goes out. And this has happened time and time again where I'm in the middle of recording a video. I think I've got a full charge and then it just goes out. And it's normally when I'm in a video, and most of the time I just re-record the video rather than, you know, try to fix things with the edit and try to work out where I was. It's just easier sometimes to re-record. And that is a problem with with these third-party batteries, is that with this particular camera, it seems to be that, you know, the issue of not advising you correctly how long is left. It's much, much worse with this. Not to mention the fact that the battery life with these are much less than the official battery. I'd hazard a guess that they're about 60% of the official Canon battery. So that is kind of what I've experienced with these kind of batteries, this range. In this range, I would say that in hindsight, the official battery would have been the one to buy. It would have been the best battery to buy because of the amount of problems that this has caused me. With RAV Power, this particular third-party battery, this one was fantastic. It continues to be fantastic. It was an excellent buy. As I said, hit and miss. So as far as whether you should buy third-party batteries, it really does depend. You need to look at the reviews, but also be wary of the reviews as well, because a lot of people will review these kind of things maybe days after they bought it. My advice would be, if you had to buy something like this off of Amazon, test it for a couple of weeks and pay attention, you know, to the times, and pay attention to any kind of problems. You know, long term, these kind of batteries, the cheaper batteries, there is a chance that the lithium-ion batteries won't last as long, and that instead of getting years out of them, you might only get months. And sometimes you do, you know, you buy cheap, you buy twice. That wasn't the case for these ones, but for these ones, yeah, they've turned out to be terrible. So my advice, buy from somewhere like Amazon or somewhere where you can return it. And if you've used it a few weeks and you find the battery life is draining at a ridiculous level, send it back. Either try another one that has, you know, better reviews, or you just have to suck it up and pay for the official battery. And sometimes it is a pain to do that. You know, if you're going official, whether it be Sony, Canon, or GoPro, or whoever it may be, sometimes the difference is mind-boggling how expensive it is, and how, you know, how much a difference there is between the cheaper batteries and the official batteries. So the answer, guys, is it depends. Just be prepared to send batteries back if you buy third party, and don't buy third party batteries from anywhere that you can't send it back. Buy it from a store which has got a good return policy. But sometimes you will learn the hard way, but sometimes it is better to just buy the official battery. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, your experiences with using third-party camera batteries. Please do leave a comment below, and until next time, take care.